Today is May the 12th, 2026. I just seen in the news that basketball player Brandon Clarke died yesterday. And I believe he died in Los Angeles, which is making me think about LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. So every time. So I'm noticing, yesterday was the 131st day of the year, and Brandon died 131 days before his next birthday, or 235 days. Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? That's supposed to say September the 19th, 2025, but I screwed it up. But yeah, 235 days if you count both dates. And I'm noticing in alphanumeric, I don't see many people use this cipher at all, and man, I find stuff in it all the time. And this reduces down just like ordinal and standard and everything. But you do have your special reductions, J, S, and T, the single reductions. But yeah, in AVGAD, I meant to put that cipher in here and I forgot. But you just take ordinal and shift it to the left by one space. ABC would be 2, 3, 4, and then Z would be 1. But yeah, Brandon Clarke 131, and then ordinal, Grizzlies is 131. Hebrew ordinal, let me try to blow this up a little bit. Hebrew ordinal 131, Brandon Clarke. And drug overdose, you're just taking this and applying the Alban method. To apply the Alban method, you would look at ordinal 1 through 13 and then 14 through 26 on the bottom row and switch out those rows. 14 through 26 would be A through M. So, here it would be 10 through 22. So you just take that and put it on the bottom row. Excuse me. Like over here, 10 through 22. But yeah, drug overdose is what he died from. Brandon Clarke, 235 days. Really. I'm so prepared for this video. But yeah, and I found today, I've been looking at other words for airplane crash. An air disaster matches a full match to Bronny James. An overdose matches air crash in a full match. It is a crisscross with Alabama, so there's that. But yeah, I'm just tripping right now because Brandon Clarke and LeBron Ramon James Jr. is 233, and so is John Fitzgerald Kennedy. And Kennedy Jr. died in a plane crash 233 days after his birthday. Is that right? He shares a birthday with my son. His last birthday was when my son was born. My son was born in 99. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 233 days apart. I can't remember if it's before or after his birthday. I'm thinking after, but not for sure. And so yeah, this is just making me think of JFK big time with the 70 moons and all that crap before the moon landing, because remember Kobe Bryant being so connected to the 70 moons with Pope Francis, And by the way, Jorge Bergoglio is 233 in reverse like Brandon Clarke, now that I think about it. And I think this is 55 weeks and 0 days after his death, Pope Francis' death. And there's something about 55, I didn't put it in here. There's a lot of connections going on right now. And with LeBron James Jr., I was including the Pope, the Superior General of the Jesuits, and Pope Leo. Oh yeah, there was a match in here to Pope Leo too. Isn't Pope Leo 131? And real quick about Pope Leo. Shouts out to Decoding with Cody again. I was watching his live stream and seen that he shouted me out the other day. I think it was May 10th, 2 days ago on Mother's Day. But yeah, Pope Leo's very connected to 70. Hope I can get all this in here. That's I think that's Spanish for 70, and then just English for 70. is that 71 118 in Alabama, matching all the way up to Pope Leo. But anyways, I think Pope Leo 14 might be 131, and it is. And don't forget that matches Kobe Bryant. Or I'm sorry, that matches Brett James. A full match to Brett James, who died in a plane crash. But it does match Kobe Bryant as well. So yeah, I'm just tripping because May the 19th is 113 days after Kobe died. And I'm just thinking that this Brandon Clarke dude is connected somehow, being in the NBA, dying in Los Angeles, and, you know, the gematria of it all. So, 233 days apart from LeBron's birthday, 218 days apart from Bronny's, where Memphis Grizzlies is 218, John F. Kennedy Jr. is 218. But yeah, gosh dang, I can't talk today. Memphis Grizzlies is 214, like LeBron James Jr. in Alabama. There's a bunch of single number connections like this, but I just didn't put them in here. I'd like to do like full matches, you know. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but it just totally got rid of the picture I was on and threw up another picture. I love computers. Anyways. But yeah, I don't even know where I was at. There's a bunch of single matches with, you know, simple matches like this. I just didn't put them in here because it's too much. I like to do full matches, you know, because I just feel like it's a stronger connection. Unless it's a day, you know, days or something, then that might be different. But notice Bronny James Jr., I didn't think to put in LeBron James Sr. because this, you know, this is, I've been doing this because of JFK Jr. and JFK Sr., Trump Sr., Trump Jr. You know, I'm learning that the juniors and seniors in gematria is important to include that in the name. But yeah, airplane crash. And Bronny James Jr. is a crisscross to LeBron James Sr. That's why I feel like Alabama is so important. I always, you know, see these crisscross matches to things that I think are important, you know. That's why I use it a lot because I just see so much in it. But yeah, JFK's full name 233, dying. JFK Jr. died 233 days after his birthday. And John F. Kennedy's 131, like over here. John Kennedy. Yeah, May 19th, John Kennedy Jr., full match. Died in a plane crash. And about the 177, Kennedy Sr. died 177 days after his birthday, right? This is coming into play with LeBron somehow. I done forgot how, but it's is it 177 days? Dude, hold up. Oops, I messed that up, didn't I? So yeah, 177 days after his birthday. Okay, 188 left. Well, not if you do it like that, but 188 days left. President Kennedy, 188. Yeah, I thought I'd realized something, but I didn't. But yeah, it's 100, or maybe it's 177 days after something to do with Pope Leo or Arturo Sosa or something. But yeah, that Jesuit order 177. And yeah, hold up. That's the 177th composite is 226, like airplane crash. And that's with the birthdays of LeBron. You know, I posted this in my community section today. You know, finding this air disaster match. And I'm just showing how Bronny James equals air disaster in composites. Like Bronny James Jr. airplane crash. But yeah, 226 days with their birthdays. I mean, that's both of them. But I think you got to measure to May the 20th. And like this Brandon Clarke thing, like I said in my other video, a lot of times people will die and then it don't hit the news till a day or 2 or 3 days later, you know. So I should have put May 12th in here just to see if there's some connections, but I didn't. And I didn't even think to decode the date. Or did I? I don't think I did. Well, here we go again. The 226 sticking out big time with LeBron Sr. and LeBron Jr. an airplane crash. I'm just wondering if this Brandon Clarke thing's connected somehow. Well, sorry about the crappy video. I wasn't too organized to do this. I just kind of threw this together real quick. I don't like to spend a lot of time on things that have already happened, because my goal with this stuff is to predict things, because I've been doing this for so long and studying things after they happened. I'm like, yeah, this could totally be predicted if you just get good enough. So that's, I mean, it is important to study it after it's happened. That way you can learn how to predict it before it happens. But yeah, I don't like to spend a whole lot of time on things after they happen unless it's super important, like a president or something. But yeah, that's all I got for now. I appreciate the new subscribers too. From Cody shouting me out the other day. He doesn't have to do that. I don't know why. That's like the 4th or 5th time I think he shouted me out. And I saw I've been stuck on like 950 or 951 subscribers for a hot minute. And I feel like when I post about Trump, I lose subscribers, But yeah, I've been stuck on that number for a hot minute, and I saw it kind of go up. Like it's almost to 960 now. I'm like, what's going on? And I had a nice lady comment on my video the other day. I think it was my last video on LeBron, and she was sharing a airplane story with me, and she had said that Cody had sent her over because of the 70s, and I thought this was like several months ago or something, and she just now commented, and I was like, maybe he's shouting me out again because my numbers are going up. And so I went to his latest live stream on Mother's Day, and he's talking about the two popes and the number 70, and I was like, oh man, he shouted me out again. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. If you are watching, I appreciate it, and appreciate the comments and everything, the likes, just everything helps so much, because I put so much time and effort into this stuff, and it's it's hard to keep going sometimes. So the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, all that stuff just really, really helps me to keep going. All right, I appreciate y'all watching, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I need to do a better LeBron video, because I did that like freaking 2 o'clock in the morning or something. I was just out of it. And yeah, I just need to do a better one. But man, I'm more concerned with Trump than anything. But that LeBron thing's got, you know what? 226 divided by 2 is 113. Like Kobe Bryant, like 113 days after Kobe Bryant dies is May the 19th. How crazy. Yeah, there's something up with LeBron. I don't even know how I come across that. A lot of times with Alabama, I'll share this too real quick. A lot of times with Alabama, you see how Brett James is 139, 131. Well, sometimes I'll go into the calculator 139 if I can't find matches in my history, and then I'll hit the database and just see what's in there in the database. Like maybe White Jesus would sync up somehow, or whatever. But yeah, a lot of times I'll find matches like that if I'm really struggling. I usually hardly ever use the database. But yeah, I like to do my stuff myself, like manually, most of the time. But yeah, if you're really into gematria and creating ciphers, I'm telling you, this one in the Avgad is really... I haven't been using the Avgad too much, but I'm starting to learn how important it is. And just real quick for a good match, the original name of Skull and Bones. Ooh, I can't type today. The Order of the Skull and Bones. That is the original name of Skull and Bones. And then if you apply Avgad's standard to this, the word death is 322, like the Brotherhood of Death. But yeah, I just feel like these Outbounds and Avgads are super important. I see people chasing that 322 with Skull and Bones all the time, and I mean, just what are the chances that the original name for Skull and Bones is a match like that? All right, I think that's all I got for now. Hold up. Okay, yeah. See, and a lot of times too, Kobe Bryant, Brett James matches here, and a lot of times it'll match an Avgad.